Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we aren't just comparing two games. We're comparing two different eras of a legendary franchise. In one corner, we have the titan of single-player storytelling, Shadow Fight 3. In the other, we have the fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping Shadow Fight 4, Arena. Both games are developed by Neki, both look stunning, and both use that signature physics-based combat we love. But they are fundamentally different experiences. If you've been struggling to decide which one to commit your time and your grind to, you've come to the right place. We're going deep today. Story, stability, PvP, hero kits, and the dreaded matchmaking. Let's break it down. Let's start with Shadow Fight 3. This game is a massive achievement in mobile RPG storytelling. Unlike the 2D silhouettes of the previous games, SF3 brought the world into full 3D, introducing us to three distinct factions: the Legion, with their heavy armor and unbreakable attacks; the Dynasty, with their fluid, high combo acrobatics; and the Heralds, the masters of precision and critical hits. If you are a solo player, this is your paradise. The story isn't just a backdrop. It's an epic that spans across different timelines and dimensions. You'll find yourself facing a massive variety of bosses, some who use giant swords, others who use magic-like shadow abilities. Every chapter feels like a new hurdle that keeps your attention locked on what's coming next. But we have to be honest about the grind. Shadow Fight 3 is notorious for its stability mechanism. For those who haven't played it yet, stability is a stat required to fight in the main story. If your stability is too low, the game adds rules to the fight, like your health constantly draining or the enemy being invisible. This is where the game slows down to a crawl. You might reach a boss you're skilled enough to beat, but the game literally won't let you progress until you've spent weeks, sometimes months, opening crates and participating in events to collect specific gear sets. It turns a high-speed action game into a waiting game. If you're an impatient player, this might be a deal-breaker. So, what happens when you finally reach the end? This is where the cracks start to show. Once the main story is finished, the gameplay loop becomes very repetitive. You have raids, where you team up to fight massive bosses, and duels. But here's the thing, duels in Shadow Fight 3 are fake. You're fighting an AI-controlled version of another player's character. There's no human error, no mind games, and no clutch moments against a real person. For a lot of veterans, once the story ends, the motivation to keep playing starts to fade because the rewards are often items you already own. Now, let's talk about the game that changed the formula, Shadow Fight 4, Arena. While SF3 is an RPG, Arena is a pure fighting game. It takes the combat engine we love and strips away the gear-grinding story in favor of real-time 1v1 or 3v3 battles against real human beings. The biggest pro for Arena is the social aspect. You can finally invite your friends to a private match. In SF3, you could only brag about your gear. In Arena, you can actually prove your skill. This game is built for the competitive scene. Every move counts, every block matters, and because you're fighting a human, the mind games are on a whole different level. One of the coolest shifts in Arena is the hero system. In SF3, you play as one custom avatar. In Arena, you command a roster of legendary characters from the Shadow Fight lore, characters like Marcus, Idu, and June. Each hero has a specialized kit. You don't have to worry about upgrading your sword to get a new move. Instead, you level up the hero to unlock talents that completely change how they play. This adds so much variety. One match you're a heavy-hitting tank, the next you're a teleporting assassin. Even the story mode in Arena is more roguelike and bite-sized, making it way easier to jump in and out of. It wouldn't be a fair comparison if we didn't talk about the downsides of Arena. Because it's a competitive PvP game, the matchmaking can be brutal. You will frequently run into Dojo 13 players while you're still at Dojo 8 or 9. When your opponent has 30% more health and damage just because they've played longer or spent money, it can feel incredibly discouraging. Unlike SF3, where the wall is a stat requirement, the wall in Arena is often a player with maxed out stats who knows exactly how to exploit your mistakes. It's a high-stress environment that isn't for everyone. So, at the end of the day, which game is better? It really depends on what you want out of your mobile gaming experience. Download Shadow Fight 3 if you want a deep, cinematic, single-player RPG. You enjoy collecting gear sets, you don't mind a long-term grind, and you prefer fighting in a stress-free environment. It's a beautiful journey that eventually ends. Download Shadow Fight 4 Arena if you want to test your skills against real people. If you love the idea of mastering different heroes and want a game that stays fresh through constant PvP updates and seasonal rewards. Personally, I think SF3 has the better soul, but Arena has the better gameplay loop. But I want to hear from you. Are you still grinding for stability in SF3, or are you climbing the ranked ladder in Arena? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more Shadow Fight breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.